Retailers are shutting down, and experts are highly concerned that an economic collapse is what is next. Now, today we're going to go over why retailers are shutting their doors, why some are filing for bankruptcy, and what is going on, why they are blaming the consumers for what just happened. But here's what I can tell you. The consumers are blaming these retailers. Consumers are blaming the government. Consumers are blaming everybody else because guess what? Consumers are feeling the pain. The American people don't have a lot of money to spend. And it's for multiple reasons. One of which, prices for everything have gone up. Food is more expensive. Transportation, more expensive. Gas, more expensive. Insurance, more expensive. Shelter, like your rent and your mortgage, more expensive. But here's something else you may not know. Millions of people are maxed out on their credit cards. This is one of the reasons why we have seen a massive boom when it comes to spending, and now it's turning into a bust. So I'll break all this down in just a moment, but all I ask is one thing. It takes 2 seconds. Go ahead, hit that like button if you enjoy these daily updates, and now let's begin. You know what's crazy about all these stores shutting down and closing their doors forever? Is that we are seeing this and it becomes a cycle. It is now becoming common for a store to just shut down, where you see all of a sudden the big 50% off, 75% off, going out of business sale. That is now becoming more common than ever. In fact, this shirt that I'm wearing right now, I ended up buying it from a store that went out of business. But look at this. Retail sales rise a meager 0.1% in May from April, as still high inflation curbs spending. Retail sales have gone up. Okay, they have gone up. However, over the past like 2 years or so, they're pretty flat. They're about, I think over the past 2 years, we've seen sales go up by 2.8%. But when you adjust sales to inflation, we're actually down by about 6%. That's a huge, huge difference. Now, here's something I want to show you though. More and more businesses are filing for bankruptcy and shutting their doors because they have no other option. The plan was, and it's been the plan all along, was we saw inflation go so high, it surged at over 9%. But we saw this happen. The issue was these businesses couldn't just flip a switch and say, no, we were going to increase prices to index them to inflation. They couldn't do that because what was happening is many consumers stopped going into those businesses. I talked to a friend of mine just this past week who manages a McDonald's, and he said that the cars that he sees, and this is a different one that I've talked to before, but I've talked to one down in California, and he said, and this was months ago, he said he wasn't seeing the normal Honda Civics and the little Nissans and those cars. He was seeing the new Toyota Tundras. He was seeing Teslas come through the drive-thru at McDonald's. He was seeing things like the new the Rivian, like more expensive cars, right? Well, I asked my friend just the other day, what he's seeing, and he told me the same thing. That no, he's seeing people coming in the new Chevy Silverados, and people coming in the new Subaru Ascent, the new GMC Sierras and GMC Denalis and the Teslas, and now they're coming in with the Cybertrucks. So people that previously could afford going to McDonald's and spending $15 to $20 on a meal can't do it anymore. That's why we're not seeing those Hondas and the Nissans. Now we're seeing the more expensive cars because those are the ones that can actually afford it. But again, keep in mind, as millions of people max out their credit cards, they can't continue to spend. This is why companies like Fisker is filing for bankruptcy protection. This is the second electric vehicle maker to do so in the past year. That's troubling, right? But guess what? This is also troubling. This is Coach USA. It's a mega bus serving over 500 cities. Is filing for bankruptcy. This is from Coach USA. Okay, they own Megabus. Here's another one. Look at this. A CVS pharmacy store is closing in the Peoria area. They're closing. A pharmacy. Right now where we still see people getting sick, and again, it's a pharmacy. It's closing. It's not the only pharmacy either. Look at this one. Rite Aid announces a plan to close 12 more stores in Michigan. Now, I'm not going to show you the list, but here's the thing you need to understand is these stores are going to shut down. It's not just in California because of wages. It's in Michigan. It's in Florida, we're seeing it. Texas, Washington, okay, Colorado, everywhere. Look at this one. It says the Body Shop shuts down in the U.S. after filing for bankruptcy. Some 50 U.S. outlets had still been operating. These stores continue to shut down. And it's not because there's not people that want to buy. It's because people that want to buy don't have the money to buy. That's one of the reasons why we see theft at a little bit higher of a rate than we have over the past handful of years. It's because these people that are going into these stores can't afford those products. So their only way to get those products is to steal them. Again, not the best thing to do, but that's their only option. Now, I wanted to break this down for you because what experts believe is we are about to see an economic collapse next. The reason for this is simple. We've run out of money. We don't have any money. People are losing their jobs. The expectation is we're going to see millions of people lose their jobs over the next 5 years simply because of artificial intelligence. I'll tell you this. I actually, let go of an employee of mine, I outsourced a lot of work for one of my businesses, and I let go of them because I don't need them anymore. Because what they were doing was something that I could do myself. What they were doing is I'd give them a task, they'd go and they put it into Chat GPT, come up with some whatever I needed them to do. And then they'd use another artificial intelligence app or software, and they do the next part, and next part, and next part. And it was all through AI. All they were doing is managing it, typing in what I told them to, and that was it. I can do that myself. I don't need somebody to do that. So I essentially just got rid of one additional expense, but now I have an extra 10 minutes of work that I got to do every day. Not bad, but again, this is where we're going. This is exactly what we're seeing. And I've talked about this before. And today we're talking about retailers shutting down. But guess what? Service businesses are closing as well. I have a friend that he owns a landscaping business. And he decided that he was going to kind of pull back, scale back, have less employees, but he was going to invest into his business. He was going to invest into automated mowing machines. Now, that's exactly what he did. And guess what? He is happy because he has less employees. It takes one employee to take around, I think it takes 4 machines with him in the morning. He drops one off at one yard. He takes the next one, drops it off the next yard. And again, they're all within the same street. And he just stands there and he watches them. When they're done mowing, he goes, picks it up, puts it on the trailer, gets the next one, and off he goes. He just has one employee, which is mowing 4 lawns at a time. How crazy is that? Yeah, it's big. So, and the reason I wanted to bring all this to your attention is, again, simple. This is what we're seeing. That these retailers are shutting down because they know they can't make any more money. They can't raise prices because consumers don't have it. But they can't lower prices because they're not going to make money. So their only option, file bankruptcy and shut down. So we'll see what happens moving forward, but all I can tell you right now, be prepared because you're about to see more and more stores have big boards on the front of them. See more retail locations that have the big going out of business signs. And then you're about to see more people looking for work because they were just let go. So that's where we're at as of today. Again, thank you guys for watching. Consider subscribing, and I'll see you guys on the next one.